Everybody has a story to tell, and there was a time when we would share those stories around the kitchen table, laughing, telling jokes, talking about the events of the day, heated debates, tragic loss, living life. The kitchen table is where we could share our lives, so come sit with me and my friends as conversation unfolds across the kitchen table. In this episode, I'd love to introduce you to my dear friend Palladini. I know Palladini from my FedEx days, and boy do we have some stories to share. He is such a unique individual, and he is not afraid to live life by his terms. He is so creative and imaginative, a talented musician and artist, so kind and positive. I know that I've been inspired by him to live each moment for what it is, whether good or bad, and to make something good out of it. Today we discuss everything from travel to making music to conspiracy theories and so much more. So lace up your golf shoes and hold on to your boonie hat as we dive into conversation across the kitchen table. And you've lived such a long life. I'm sure you've seen so many changes.
Right.
So what do you think about all these changes?
Right.
That was the question I asked.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's just kind of like, well, a lot of stuff changed.
A lot of stuff changes. It's like, yeah, I've seen stuff change all the time.
It was such a terrible question.
Yeah.
I was listening back to it going, man, why does anyone listen to this shit?
No, that's still, though. I mean, but he's 92, though.
Yeah.
That's that's old. He's old.
Did you ever record any sort of vocal
Vocal?
stuff?
No, honestly, I have not. Yeah. I mean, I did a podcast for like a DJ thing, and that was cool. And that was like, we filmed it and then like spun some records after, and and then that was like his big thing, which was cool. And then that was about 2 years ago now. Yeah. So that was time's flying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Things are changing.
Things are changing. What do you think about these changes?
They are prevalent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so
I mean, this house. So you bought this 5 years ago, and you've done some work.
I've done some work to it.
Yeah.
There's still some more to do.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Ambridge is a good place to buy right now. You know, it's like, and it's changing.
Yeah.
I told you, my mom like grew up down here. Yeah.
Yeah.
She grew up down by like the kind of like the beginning of Ambridge if you're coming north. Like before
Do It Best.
Exactly.
That's like the big marker.
That is
You're coming up
marker,
65,
exactly.
and there's
it's
Do
like
It Best.
all the blow up things they have there. It's like, man, I guess Halloween's coming. You know.
They've expanded too.
Yeah, they have they really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all over now. Wow. Yeah, that's like they're fighting Home Depot.
Yeah.
Which is great. Yeah.
So your mom grew up in Ambridge. Where did you grow up again?
I grew up near like North Park. I went to like Hampton High School.
Okay.
Yeah. And my dad's from Coriopolis, so they like grew up across the river from one another. Yeah. That's
out here in the west.
Exactly up here at the bottom of Beaver County. This is Beaver County, right?
It is.
It's like
just
beginning,
over the border.
Yeah. Well, you don't have Allegheny taxes then.
That's
which is
right.
Nice, that's huge.
See, so I was really smart when I bought this place because I bought it kind of at the height of COVID crashing stuff.
Right, and like what your 2% interest rates or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
I got super great interest rates.
Yeah.
I bought it as is.
Yeah.
So I got it like bottom of the barrel.
That's amazing.
I only paid for
That's
it.
amazing.
So I really made money when I bought it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then everything started coming back up, and immediately I was getting offers of like, hey, you can borrow against your home's value of 75,
exactly.
85, 100.
Cut you a check. Yeah, and it's like, no, I'm not doing that.
Not at those rates.
No, for real. I mean, now you could sell this and probably double what you bought it for.
I probably could.
You know?
There's, and it has good bones.
Right, exactly.
And whoever had it throughout all these years has done good improvements.
That's cool.
Because every once in a while you get that Uncle Jerry or something that's like,
I'll
ride
fix
at your house.
Yeah, right. They just
you
like,
get in
let
there.
it go.
What?
I know your home inspector's like, what the heck's going on?
Have you ever done like electrical or?
No, I've not. And
No?
I bought a house at the end of 23 July.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're no longer down there in
I'm not in Bloomfield anymore. Yeah.
Okay.
I bought that house, and my house was $50,000 in Wilkinsburg. I got really lucky. And it didn't need much of anything. I mean, I've had to do some things, but not like, it has good bones too.
Yeah.
But
Is it a decent enough area around you?
Yeah, it is pretty good. Like, I live on top of this hill, and it's real quiet, and all my neighbors are nice, but which is cool. But it's it's like, I'm just like, from doing everything in the east end of the city, like in Bloomfield and Lawrenceville, now I'm in Wilkinsburg, but it's like, whatever. I have friends that like help me pay my mortgage, so it's like, and I don't like kill them with like rent, so it's like, it's fine,
Yeah.
But I mean, Pittsburgh's affordable compared to a lot of places. I mean, we couldn't own a house for this much money in anywhere else near a city.
I don't understand
It's crazy.
how people live in other places.
I agree, yeah.
But maybe they get paid more.
I had a friend just moved to San Francisco, and they I think Megan had their salary like tripled, which is really great. But I mean, it's also
But then they're paying triple the amount.
Totally. So it's like maybe it's like a job in Pittsburgh is like a $20,000 raise, which is a lot. But it's also like, are you getting by enough? You know? But it's like, I mean, a rent out there is like $2,500 or $3,000, which is crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. And your mortgage is what, like $600? Lower, like 500. Yeah, that's what my mortgage is. Yeah, my mortgage is $500.
Isn't that awesome?
It's crazy.
I tell people I pay more for my truck right now.
Yeah.
Than I do for
Is
the
that your
house.
truck out there?
Yeah, the Maverick.
The Maverick. Yeah, that's great.
You got put a little plug in there for Ford, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The Ford
yeah,
Maverick.
right. Exactly. Plug it. Yeah.
Yep.
So you got rid of your what was it? Don't tell me the Dodge. It was the Dodge. Not the Dart, but it was the...
a little bit bigger, but a little bit smaller than the other one you were going to say.
Yeah. It's not the Charger. Smaller than the Charger, bigger than the Dart. It's the Avenger, right? That was it.
That is right.
Yeah. And you had that car for how long?
I had that for 10 years.
Wow.
And it was a year ago this past April. So like a year and a half.
Yeah. And you put miles on it with Ubering and lifting.
I think it was over 150.
Yeah.
And I was me and Laura went to see... the Point Park kids did Rent.
Oh, yeah. It was good.
Oh, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like some of their portrayals of the characters were better than, like, the original cast.
Yeah, I believe that.
But, yeah, so we went and saw that, and then I was dropping her back off at the house.
Yeah.
And this cop comes up beside me, and I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
And I rolled down the window. He goes, "Do you know you're smoking a whole bunch?" And I said, "Oh, no, I didn't." And he goes, "Well, how far do you have to go?" And I said, "Well, we're actually just through that intersection, that house there." He goes, "Well, you better pull over soon."
Was it smoking everywhere, or was it
Yeah, so
burning
once
oil? Yeah.
I didn't look at it that evening because it was dark.
Yeah.
Got up the next day, kicked it on, and it's just spitting out the side of the engine block.
Oh, no.
I actually texted a picture to Tim.
Yeah.
Remember T-Show?
Yeah, T. Shobin. Tim Shobin, yeah.
And I sent a picture to him, and he's like, "Oh, that's not good."
That's not good, exactly.
So
Does he still work for FedEx?
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't work there either, yeah. Well, nobody does, I guess, unless,
Travis,
yeah.
And, Dave.
Yeah, Dave, Big Dick Dave, yeah. The BDD.
Is that what you call him?
Yeah, I think he left too. I think they all left.
They all left. And they all left. I think most of them left before Pison. Now, so Travis left because of some sort of family, like with his kids. And he got a different job that gave him more flexible hours to like manage that.
Yeah.
So, but when I first heard he left, I was like, "Oh, the Purple Monster claimed one of the best of us."
Exactly. It's like here they all go, you know.
He was a tank.
Yeah.
Were you working there that year that? What was the beer distributor down at the end of Carson Street? Fuhrer or something?
Okay.
But they would always get promotional materials to give out the bars.
Oh,
right?
I see. Okay.
This one Christmas, there was 26 of those really large beer coolers.
Okay.
Like 4x3, like.
Yeah.
And they were shoved into his truck. They were like all falling off the belt. They shoved them in between the two trucks.
That's insane.
So I felt so bad for him. Me and Bo helped him get some
load
stuff.
That stuff in there. Yeah.
I don't know how he did it, but he got all of that plus his regular stuff into that truck.
That was the stuff that, I did Oakland and like kids would move in and I would like, that's what I think about like this time of year and like at the end of August and September, like all I was like pretty much like furnishing their whole apartments.
Yeah.
And then like come May, like not even a year later, like 10 months later, they'd all be on the street, like all that brand new stuff that they would use once for like one school year. And it's like that job sucks.
How much dumpster diving did you do?
I did a lot, especially in Oakland because like, like the kids would be let out and they would throw all that stuff away and it'd be like it'd be so barely used.
Didn't you get a pinball machine? Or
no, that might have been somebody else. I got some crazy ass stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of furniture.
Yeah.
Like brand new furniture.
Well, and you have the truck to be able to just put it in.
Exactly. And I was like, sure, I'll take all this home, And then like, because when I lived in Bloomfield, I was so close. I would just like take my stuff there and just unload it and be like, okay.
And then go back to the
and
depot.
then take it back. Yeah, exactly.
But you were also the one who like wouldn't start his route until like 3
noon.
p.m.
Exactly. I'd be out there at like 11 p.m. delivering stuff, and I'd be like, "Can you bring the truck?" Pison's like, "Are you done yet?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm so close."
There were definitely days I was coming back from my route.
Yeah,
and
I'd
you're like
loading up, and then you're like, "What?" It's like 4 p.m.
And you're like dragging this thing over. You're like, I can't do it.
I can't do it. That 150-pound weight limit was brutal. I mean, that was just like dressers, like unmade, but just like stacks of wood, and that would weigh like 147 pounds.
What was your worst package deliver?
It's probably those like oh man, I forget the company's name. It was like South Cross or something like that. It was dressers. It was like those big ass dressers.
Yeah.
And they weighed like like literally almost 150 pounds. I should have weighed all that stuff, you know, like when they'd call you down, like, hey, weigh this, and it probably would just be just under, you know, and then
they'd cheat you.
Yeah, and I'd be flipping it up steps, you know, it was crazy. Or like dumbbells. People would get dumbbells.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, if you're getting FedEx to deliver your dumbbells, you are not going to use these things.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, did they ever, you know, that was brutal.
Do you remember the Tesla dune buggy that I had that one winter?
Yes, I do remember that. Yeah, that was crazy.
That one was dumb.
That was bad. I do remember that, yeah. Just the amount of furniture was crazy.
Yeah.
Yep, and just mixed with like wine, all that wine I was delivering. It was so crazy. And the food, all the HelloFresh boxes. Chewy was probably the worst. Yeah. Cat litter and like 60
canned dog food.
Canned dog food and 60 pounds of dog food and cat food. Like that was so bad.
What's your favorite FedEx memory though?
My favorite FedEx memory. That's a good question. Man, I don't even know. That's okay. There's just so many.
So many great memories.
So many of the finest memories.
Well, I love how you would be taking videos for Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, and you have all these kids, like
all
neighborhood
the
kids in the
all
back
the
of the
kids
truck.
in South Oakland. Yeah, they were great. They were amazing.
Like, I love your videos, but you can't do that.
You can't do that, you know, and that would happen all the time, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like when I had to, I had some event I had to do, and I like stuffed my bandmates in the back of the FedEx truck. And like, you know, and nobody knew, but it was like, I just had to take them like a mile across the bridge into Millville.
Yeah.
From Lawrenceville to Millville, and I stuffed them in the back of the truck, and they're like, that was the worst ride ever. And we called it the FedEx coaster.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I made this like fake picture of them on a roller coaster in the back of the FedEx truck. Yeah.
Yeah.
But those kids in South Oakland, they were really cool.
Yeah.
So just some people were really great, but some people were so shitty too.
Yeah.
The consistency of that was so bad.
Yeah.
That was awful. And you did that, what, 4 years? 3 years?
3, I think.
3, okay. Yeah. I mean, that was probably what kept me there so long was like having no start time. Because like going to an event, getting home at like 3 a.m. and being able to go in at noon the next day, that like not many jobs you can't do that, you know?
Yeah.
But that's also like how they swindled me to do that all the time because that was tough. It was brutal.
Oh, I know one of the other sucky things was peak season.
Oh, yeah.
When they'd move us down to the one belt.
Yeah.
Because it's usually you and me loading outside.
Yeah. Like
off those stupid carts.
And there's no organization at all.
Uh-huh.
You had to like
just tossing everything out.
You throw it all and then like organize it. That added an hour to your day.
Oh,
like organizing everything and then putting it into your truck and like 2 organizations of like, it's so brutal.
People just don't understand.
Nothing against FedEx, but I don't.
Well, I don't know. I'll say it.
You say it. That job was tough.
This is my podcast.
Exactly. Yeah, it was brutal.
I'll call out corruption.
No health care. It's like, okay.
Well, yeah. They made so much money.
I know.
Their profits like skyrocketed because of COVID. They're showing all of these like.
Yeah, like
look,
we're doing so
every
well.
quarter.
And then they're like getting these contracts of like, you know, because everybody started delivering food to their house.
Yeah.
And like that was where we came in. You know.
And then they're not paying us anymore.
Not paying us anymore.
They're not paying the contractor more, so they could hire more people to manage.
And like when you started there, how many stops did you have? Maybe like 80 stops?
That's the thing is
that's very manageable.
From the very beginning, I did do 6 days.
Yeah,
Because when I first started, we didn't do 7 days.
Yeah, okay.
But because of mine and because of the home delivery bit, I was doing 6 days, which is fine.
Right. And how many stops? Like 80?
That's the thing is like during the week, 100 might have been the most.
Yeah.
And then Saturdays might have been more because I had like all of the stuff.
Right.
Because like my agreement with Mike was 120 stops was the day rate.
Yeah,
Any stop over that was extra.
You got $1.
So it wasn't that much or that often that I had over 120.
Right.
By the time I left, which I mean I suppose it's better for your bank account, but by the time I left, every day was like 150.
Oh yeah. And you're burnt out.
Yeah.
It was so bad, you know. And that extra $30 is it worth it? It's like I don't know.
Not at all.
Just the amount of stopping and getting in and out of your truck, and like when I was in Oakland, like the streets are so narrow, you know, and it's like I had to park in the middle of the street, and like these people would just be like, so many people were just such dicks behind me. It was just so it was honking. I'm like, I'd park the truck and like they'd instantly start honking. I'm like, what else do you want me to do? Like I have nowhere else to go. Yeah, it was crazy.
So for our internet audience, be kind to your delivery drivers.
Yeah, be nice to them. Like leave them water. You know.
Did you ever have nice people that like gave you things?
Yeah. There's probably 5 to 10 homes in the course of those like 4 years I did that, where there were people like giving stuff, which was nice. But That's just like so rare.
Yeah, it is. But it does lift your day.
Oh, for sure. Makes it better. Yeah.
I had
Because you did the slopes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane.
Well, the one lady who she rescued what are the big white fluffy dogs? Peonies.
Oh, peonies.
Peonies.
Yeah, peonies, I think, yeah.
So, because one of them's a flower and one of them's a dog.
Oh, yeah,
There's
right.
like peonies
Exactly.
and peonies.
Yeah. Annuals.
Yeah. Well, she rescued these dogs. So she had like 4 or 5 of these huge dogs. So she got Chewy like once every 2 weeks or 3 weeks. But it was like 8 boxes at a time.
Yeah.
And so I did get her number, and because she was up those city stairs.
Right.
So it was like 4 or 5 flights.
Yeah.
And I got her number real early on and said, hey, it'd be easier for you if I just put them in the back of your truck.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like,
yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be great, yeah.
So I'd always call her when I'd come in.
Yeah, that's cool.
And that really saved my life.
Nice of you to do that. Exactly. Yeah, and then you wouldn't have to lug those things up those steps. Yeah.
Well, when I was leaving then, she gave me a $100 Visa gift card.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I had another older lady on my route that we'd always stop and chat. She gave me
that's really cool.
I think she gave me like a tin of cookies and some other things.
I was just dealing with like 20-year-old college kids. They didn't give a shit.
No.
Like really.
Just
like
smack
they're just
them around.
exactly. They're like screw you kids. And then I think there's a period I was like delivering wine to like maybe barely 21-year-olds. And I think they like I think one weekend I got like the whole campus of Pitt drunk on like shitty Chardonnay box wine. And they probably just had a party and just like gave it away, or they sold it so much,
Yeah.
It's crazy. So, what else should we talk about here? I still have that line of sight. We can talk about, do you have an air fryer?
I do. It's right there.
Do you like it?
Yeah. Why?
I don't know. I was wondering.
Oh, that's what yeah.
It's like
saying, well,
but what is that thing? That's like a panini
George
press.
Foreman.
George Foreman.
Yeah.
You know all his sons are named George?
Yeah.
All
that's gotta be
like 10
confusing.
kids exactly. Like who is who here? Wow.
Well, we could talk about music stuff.
Yeah, music stuff too. Yeah.
Give a shameless plug for what all you're doing.
Yeah. So I've been DJing for, it's been just like 4 years now. Yeah. And it's been going well. It's kind of like my job right now, which is cool, but sometimes it's like a little demanding with like, taking all my equipment everywhere all the time and being up till like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm trying to like, I don't know, it's like, it's still fun and like, we could say it's lucrative, and it's like, I just don't like it. I just don't want it to be my job all the time. So that's kind of like why I'm going back to school. Cause it just, like, it's like, not that it's still not special, but it's just like, it's just constantly like, okay, I'll do it kind of thing. Cause I could use the $200-$300,
money,
exactly. Which is, it's fun, but.
So you doing like bars and clubs?
Mostly clubs. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I have some residencies at a couple different bars in the city. Like there's a place called Goldmark where we have an event there. Like it's like every second Wednesday of the month, which is cool because like for a Wednesday, a lot of people still come out, which is nice.
Yeah.
And then
that's because you draw a crowd.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. It's like they like funk music and disco. And then so I have a good friend. His name's Jarrett Tebbets. He does this event called Disco Sunday Disco, and that's like. His DJ name's Hoagie Dreams, and this event, he's been doing it for probably about 4 years now, and it's like I'm like kind of one of like foundation DJs in that whole community, and I'll probably do it like 2 or 3 times a year, and it's like it's all outside and it's free on a Sunday at this place called Trace Brewery, and that's probably like the best party in Pittsburgh that I really like to do and be a part of. Yeah, it's awesome.
Why's that?
Just because the music's really good and it's free and it's all ages, and it's just like people already come there, and it's like a bright, warm event, which is it's fun. Yeah.
Where is Trace?
Trace is like it's on Main Street in Bloomfield, like near the Bloomfield Bridge, kind of. Yeah, right on the corner there, and it's a really cool event. And it's only gotten bigger and bigger, which is really nice, and it's like the word's getting out, which is cool. But it's like that's happens once a month, and I'll probably do like 2 of them in the season, and it's probably like it's outdoors, so it doesn't really happen in the winter much, and like the ones in the winter happen occasionally if it's just like 35 or 6 degrees, if it's like above freezing enough,
Yeah, enough.
That's the thing. I do not like winter at all.
Me neither.
It's one of the only things I hate. That was the bad thing with FedEx, like getting out of bed in January to go be outside all day. That was so brutal.
I remember specifically you telling me about, going to Phipps.
Oh,
over the
yeah.
winter, so
Yeah.
that you get like that.
Yeah,
warm
you
and-
said that the humidity.
Yeah.
I didn't get a membership last year, but I'd get a membership for a couple years in
Yeah.
a row because it's just like going in there and just like sitting in that humidity. It just like helps my
You
brain.
take a book and
Exactly.
just read there
I
around
could
the
sit there for
flowers.
like hours. It was so nice. And then like then you go outside and it's like 30
Yeah.
degrees and it's gray and dead.
Yeah.
That's why I love Pittsburgh, but the winters are just so brutal.
I love September.
Yeah, September's
I
great.
wish if it could be September all
Oh
year
yeah,
round.
we've had a warm September this year. I mean,
Yeah.
it's been dry and warm. Like if we could have, that's the thing. Like I think May is my favorite month of the year because
Okay.
like summer's, it's like just starting. And
Yeah.
like I love September and October, but it's like that's like everything's starting to die, and like we're losing sun now,
Yeah.
but it's okay,
And so you grew up in the Pittsburgh area.
Yeah.
And you did live in LA.
I lived in California. I lived in LA for about 2 years in 2011 and 12. Yeah, I
Okay.
turned 21 out there. Yeah. it's
So
a
what did
long
you think
time
about
ago.
that weather versus?
I mean, that's the best weather,
Yeah.
the desert. But,
Yeah.
and it's like, when I moved back to Pittsburgh, it was in a July. So it was like such a drastic difference of like the desert and then coming back, it's like a rainforest here, and it's
Oh, it's
like
all
it's
muggy.
a temperate rainforest. I love it. It's like so green and vibrant,
Yeah, that's
which is
true,
really
too.
cool. But the humidity is like brutal,
Did you like your time in LA?
I do. Yeah, I loved it,
Yeah.
honestly. I'd like to go back too at some point,
Yeah.
I think I'd just like to go travel there for like a couple months at a time.
Yeah.
That's like kind of my plan. Like I've been going back like once a year since COVID, and I think I like it more now than I did before COVID, it seems like, because I go to New York City a lot too, and I think New York is getting worse compared to how things have changed in LA, because like all the money in LA after COVID went to like Austin, Texas,
Oh, okay.
Austin, Massachusetts. No, it's Boston, Texas, right? Anyways, yeah.
Austin, Texas, Boston.
Massachusetts, yeah.
Gotcha.
No, but yeah. But New York, it's like it's so expensive now, and like all the cool culture areas are just like rich finance guys, and it's like the culture is just like
That's
disappearing. Yeah, but it's like the people, it's like money's going to New York, and the people that can only afford it are like super wealthy, or like don't really like to like arts, or in New York, in LA, it's like people are stuck there because they can't leave, and like all the money left, and now I feel like the culture is like resurging.
Oh, okay.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
And like when you were there, you were there for a couple days, and
Yeah.
when was that? Like a year ago?
2 years.
2 years now.
2
Okay,
years ago.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a decent vibe.
It's cool.
I didn't really. I mean, like, I didn't do anything too touristy. I did go to Paramount Studios.
Okay,
'cause
yeah.
I'm a huge Star Trek
Yeah,
fan.
yeah.
And I went up to Griffith Observatory.
Yeah, Griffith's really cool.
And my buddy, he moved out there because he's a dancer.
Oh,
and he's
cool.
also just creative in all
You do
kinds
all
of
kind of stuff. Yeah,
aspects.
yeah.
But the dancing thing specifically.
Yeah,
'cause
that's awesome.
Pittsburgh has what, maybe 2 dance
Yeah,
studios, like
no,
of that kind
exactly,
of
yeah.
level. And so he's been doing a lot. He actually was in one of Shania Twain's music videos.
Oh, that's awesome. Dancing in that's
Yeah.
really cool.
And when I was out there visiting him and stuff, he seems to have really found his stride. And that's where
Yeah.
like Pittsburgh was kind of a stepping stone
Totally,
for him
totally.
because he's originally from Buffalo.
Oh, okay, cool.
But yeah, I didn't really get to do a whole lot outside of
Right.
I drove around with him and he showed me, like, we drove up through the hills.
Right.
And I took the train or the bus around to see some of the things. I did some laundry.
Yeah, it's right. Why not?
mid-trip.
Exactly. Why not? Yeah.
We went to this really cool bar that it was like inside of a it looked like a big whiskey barrel.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got some street tacos.
Yeah, you gotta do that.
After we got smashed at the bar.
Yeah, right, exactly. I mean, like those, like LA's really cool. I do like it. I just, I don't know. It's like if shit were to hit the fans, that's like the last place you want to be.
Yeah.
It's it's not sustainable, but
Well,
I do
it's so
love
spread
it.
out.
It's so spread out, and there's only so many ways in and out, and there's no water.
Yeah.
It's like it's just out in the desert.
Yeah.
They need to purify the Pacific. They should figure that out now. It's like I do love it out there though.
Yeah.
It's like the weather's amazing, and
So what other places have you been?
like in
Like,
America.
Yeah, in the U.S.
I've been like all up and down the East Coast. I've done all that, and like up to like I've been up to a lot of parts of like Milwaukee and up in there, and I've driven across the country a couple times in the Southwest. But I haven't been to Texas yet or New Orleans. But I'm going to New Orleans this year, which will be fun.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like Colorado. I've been to Colorado a bunch. I have a good friend that I helped move to Denver.
Okay.
So yeah, and he's out there doing that stuff. He just like loves music, so
Yeah.
it's like he's constantly. That's the thing about those bigger cities. It's like not if the bands are coming. It's like when do they come?
Yeah,
Which is
yeah.
cool. But it's like I love the Southwest. You said you're in Santa Fe. Like Santa Fe is so cool. Flagstaff. You said Flagstaff. Yeah.
I didn't make it through Santa Fe.
Yeah.
Although,
New Mexico is I've been. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool.
So when you go to all these different places,
Yeah.
is it just to visit
Yeah,
people, or is it music / DJ
It's probably
related?
like both. Yeah,
Okay.
like I saw a lot of the country with our band toured all the way across the country and back, which was cool. And that's how I saw the Southwest, was like touring with the band at like Flagstaff and like went through Albuquerque and Santa Fe and like this. It's just it's so neat out there.
Now, is that the same band you're with now?
It is the same band with now.
What are they called again?
Different Places in Space we're
Different
called.
Places.
Yeah. So yeah, I know it's a mouthful, but yeah, we released it out. We pressed it on vinyl, which was cool, and now we're like getting ready to like kind of film a video for a single we're releasing, and then like we're gonna probably we recorded a bunch of these songs, and then we're just gonna kind of just slowly work on them, and then release another album probably like within a couple months. So that'd be cool. Hopefully by like probably a little after the new year, we'll have like at least something for that, which is cool. So.
And you guys are up on Spotify? And
yeah,
stuff
all that
like
stuff. Yeah,
so
yeah. You could Google it exactly and be like, hey, yeah, check them out.
How would you describe your music?
It's psych rock, I guess you could say. It's like bluesy, jazzy psych rock.
I wonder if I still have that video of you.
Oh yeah, when you came to the
but the Jurgles.
Jurgles, yeah.
Weren't you wearing like a big orange
onesie? Yeah, jumpsuit. Yeah, that was like May of 22 or 21. Yeah, probably May of 22, maybe.
Well, 21, I think.
21,
yes. It was
yes.
Kind of COVID.
It was still COVID times, exactly. Like people had to come. You could come to the show, but you all had to like everybody
Spread
had to
out.
sit at a table, spread out. Yeah, that's crazy.
That was a cool show.
Jurgles. I haven't been there since.
Yeah.
And that's for, I don't know. There's no shows that I want to go see there.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing against Jurgles, but it's like a middle school dance party for D4Cs. It's like, it's like.
I love that. I'm coining that
like,
one,
seriously,
man.
it's just like, it's like, oh, well, these old guys are going to hit on old women that they like each have 2 kids from different people, and that's what it is.
Dude,
Which is cool.
I definitely get that vibe.
Oh yeah, it's like Cougar Town. So my dad, who's from Coriopolis, they used to own a like a family, like I don't know, good save, like a swimming pool. They had a swimming pool that was like a community pool, and it was on the grounds where Jurgles is today.
Okay.
So they it's like, so I have some those are I guess I have some roots in Jurgles, because it's like the old community pool there, which is so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Warrendale. Yeah. Where did you grow up, Elwood?
Somerset County.
Somerset, okay, yeah.
Flight 93 went down a mile behind my house.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You were, how old were you? You were like, what, 15? Yeah,
I was a
16?
junior in high school.
And did you go and see the wreckage, or what?
I didn't see it personally.
Yeah.
So you really want all the
please.
Flight 93, 9/11 stuff?
Yeah.
I don't think I've shared any of this.
No,
on the
I did not know
podcast
that.
yet.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Because it's interesting. In my journey of life, I meet all kinds of people, right?
Yeah.
And every once in a while, especially around this time of year, people go, "Do you remember where you were? Do you remember where you were?" And I say, "Yeah, I'm from Shanksville." And I can always test a person's age by whether or not they know how to
what
respond.
that is. Exactly.
Because these kids, they don't even.
They don't. Yeah.
I mean, some
never forget.
Alive.
Never were conceived.
They'll never forget.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll never remember.
Exactly.
But yeah, I was a junior in high school, and I was going to, I think it was like a 3rd period class. English
makes
class.
sense, because it's like
and
9 in the morning.
As I'm coming in, one of the kids was already turning on the TV.
Yeah.
And saw this, saw the plane crashing thing. I thought he was playing Die Hard.
Yeah.
Because isn't there like a plane crashing?
Yeah, that makes sense. It's just a lot of explosions in New York and stuff.
I was just like, are we watching the movie?
Yeah, right.
It's like, no, this is happening right now. And we're all stopping watching it. And we're like, look, this is really happening. Wow. Okay. Yeah. And we're all just glued to it.
Yeah.
And I kid you not.
Yeah.
They were doing the replay.
Yeah.
And whenever the plane hit the tower in the replay, the doors and windows went boom.
Oh,
like
really?
in and out.
That's crazy.
And so we all stopped and we ran to the door and looked out down the hallway to see if someone was messing with us.
Right.
There was no one in the hallway.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, whatever.
What was that? Yeah.
And by the next period, then we're all shifting classes. The hubbub starts rumors all going around. We get into the one class, and my one teacher, he goes, okay, calm down.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff happening in New York and DC right now. We do have a private airstrip real close by.
Yeah.
He said this is nothing connected to it.
Right. Sure. He didn't know that.
He didn't know.
He didn't know. Wow.
And then that was like 4th period. So then by lunch, half the student population was getting pulled out
of school.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I think me and my sister did end up getting out.
Yeah.
My dad came and got us.
Yeah.
But then finding that out is because our house was so close. My dad and uncle were at the house.
Wow.
Like my dad was in the process of moving out of there.
Wow.
And he said it sounded like a train coming down
I
the
believe
tracks.
that. Yeah.
And then there was that big thud.
Yeah.
So then the two of them drove up there.
Wow.
And this was before the paramedics
Right,
and
but
everybody
it's like
else.
first on the scene.
And my dad, he was still in a cast, so he didn't
Okay.
actually go down into the woods.
Yeah.
But my uncle did.
Yeah.
And my uncle was in the Army for quite a few years.
Okay. So
he's
you
seen
know,
some
he's
shit.
yeah.
But when he was retelling it, he was getting real kind of queasy. And thinking about it.
Yeah.
And what I remember him saying was that there was nothing distinguishable.
That was a plane.
It looked like shards of
Yeah,
metal
right.
and bits of hamburger.
Right.
That's what was
it
there.
was.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So of course, like that happened, and then
like, I mean,
the news reports
I
are
mean,
saying
like,
about like a plane went down
Yeah.
in western Pennsylvania.
Right,
and
exactly.
a plane went down in Somerset.
Yeah.
And as it gets more and more narrowed
Right.
into saying Shanksville,
Shanksville, it's like,
I'm
that's
getting
like
all
your
these calls from
backyard.
friends and all these
That's
different people
insane.
like, "Are you okay?" All this kind of
Yeah,
stuff, and I said,
yeah,
it hit a strip cut because
Right.
where it was a big
It was in a big field, pretty much.
yeah,
Right. Yeah.
that was all coal mine, like,
Okay.
like surface, like
Yeah,
strip cut
okay.
mining, and so
almost like a quarry next to a quarry, or just it's just like a mining. Yeah.
yeah,
That's
like
insane.
when we were kids, we would go up there because the big rigs had these really
Yeah.
big tires.
Yeah,
and they had
exactly.
big piles of these big tires. And
Right.
we would like play
Or
around,
jump around on them. Yeah,
as
exactly,
kids.
yeah.
And that was right there where it went down.
That's crazy.
And then within 24 hours,
Wow.
all of the cops
I
showed
mean,
up.
just like
the whole
ABC
place was
News,
in
NBC
lockdown.
News,
All the
exactly.
media, yeah, they were all in our
showed
face.
up. Yeah, they were like, that was in your backyard.
Yeah.
And did they interview any of your family members? Your uncle knows.
So at the 6-month anniversary, they did interview. There was a group of us that went down to one of the local churches. We had a
Okay.
memorial service.
Okay.
And it was some radio station, I think, from Harrisburg.
Okay.
And we were being a little bit of twat, teenagers.
Right.
They were kind of up in our face about it and asked us questions, and we said, "Stop! Look,
Yeah.
you keep asking us all these sort of questions.
Yeah, we're not
We're
gonna-
sick and tired of this.
Yeah.
We are no different than anybody else in the country because
Totally.
we don't know anybody.
We don't know anything more. It's just the fact that it happened in our backyard. You
Yeah,
know?
I mean,
that's
none of us were connected to the people on the plane,
Right.
and none of us were connected to people that died in the towers.
Exactly.
So we are
It's
in the
like we're
same
totally
as everybody else in
just
America.
the fact it's right here.
You know, and you just keep asking questions. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what you're trying to get out of this.
that's
This is like the
insane.
50 millionth time we sang "God Bless the USA."
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, yeah, that's
So.
insane. But your uncle went down there and he saw all the footage. I mean, there's a lot of conspiracies that are shot down, like, and it's like it didn't really crash. But
Yeah.
it's like, I wonder what your uncle would have to say because, like,
We won't
yeah.
say all this on the
Yeah,
podcast.
no, exactly. But it's like, man, he was probably one of the first ones there.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
And then they had cops,
Mm-hmm.
state troopers, every like 50 to 100 yards
Yeah,
along
yeah.
our road.
I see.
And so there was one that was right outside our house that we would,
Talk
bring
to him.
water and
Yeah,
talk
exactly.
to, bring
Yeah,
cookies
yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'd open the door and play the piano. so he
Yeah,
could hear.
yeah.
We had some on horseback through the woods.
Yeah, exactly.
We had to stop at the end of the road and show ID that we lived along that
You're
stretch.
not just like going up there to take footage and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
So by a few days or so, they'd get used to our faces,
Yeah,
know who
exactly.
we are.
Because it probably took them about like a couple weeks to clean all that up.
Yeah.
At least a month. Yeah.
It was,
Man.
it was crazy, and then it changed everything. You have a town
Yeah.
of 250 people and no stoplights.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, there's all
It's
this
like
media
it's
attention.
like 30,000 people in your
Now
town.
there's a national park there.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and like people go there all the time now.
Uh-huh.
I mean, air traffic control. Like all of those. Man, that's insane. That was in your backyard in a
Yeah.
sense. Wow.
Because then you would also think, you grow up in the country like that, far removed from everything.
Yeah,
And
and
now
then
all of
it's
a
like
sudden,
in your front, like in your backyard, literally. It's
I
crazy.
can't remember if it was that year or the next year, but there was one of those years with the graduating class. Rudy Giuliani
came in like
to do
spoke,
the
like
commencement
yeah,
speech.
yeah, that makes sense.
That was
yeah.
pretty crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
And then I think it was the 1-year anniversary. So I must have been a senior then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and another senior got to go up to the crash site for the memorial service.
I see.
And I think I might have led them all in the
Yeah.
Pledge of Allegiance
Pledge
or
of Allegiance,
something.
Okay, yeah.
But then they had to, all of us who were there, they had to remove all of us before President Bush came in.
Right.
Because it's up on this hilltop.
Right.
So there's
yeah.
like
There's
no
space.
security.
Exactly. So they had to come in there
So
and
they
like
clear like
it
the
all
whole
out.
area.
Exactly. Make sure
he comes
it's okay.
in and does his thing.
Right.
And
Then they get out of there. Yeah. Wow. Then after you graduated high school, where did you end up going to school, like a college after that?
Yeah, I went to Duquesne.
You went to Duquesne, okay,
Yeah.
for music stuff.
Yeah,
Cool,
yeah.
that's cool.
Did you go to school for music?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Yeah. I just like took lessons growing up, and then took lessons more and more. Yeah, one of those things. Yeah.
Now, did you always start with the bass?
I used to play piano, a little bit of piano growing up, and then guitar, and then
Okay.
it was guitar for a while, and then started playing
Oh,
the
okay.
bass. I like the bass the most, I
The
think.
most.
Yeah, yeah.
Why is that?
I just like I don't know the rhythm I feel is great, you
Yeah.
know, and it's like yeah.
And you're that funk guy,
Yeah, funk guy,
man.
keep it funky, and exactly, and I don't have to like change the strings on a bass as much as a guitar, you
So
know,
that's
which is
partially
really nice.
laziness too.
Exactly, it's like I was busting a lot of strings, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the rhythm aspect compared to like yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just it's a little more suitable for me, which is
Yeah.
cool, you know. Yeah.
Now, did
So.
you always play with these guys, or
Yeah,
did you have
but
other bands or other projects?
yeah,
Or?
yeah, mostly, kind of in like a little other project now, but it's like mostly just, mostly us, just me and my bandmate Daniel. We've been doing it for like since like 2012, 13, and we've had different members like come and go over all this time. But yeah, there's
Yeah.
been the four that we've had now is since like probably like 2019. Yeah, so yeah.
And you guys do all originals.
It's mostly all original.
Or
We have like
maybe slide in a cover
like,
just to
a
wake
cover,
people up.
exactly, like a cover or two. That's
Come on,
about
Eileen.
it. Exactly. Love that girl.
What is your cover? What is your guys' go-to
We
cover?
would cover like a Jimi Hendrix song, like a
Okay.
band of Gypsy song, which is
Okay.
cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've done like a Doors song too, but
Yeah.
yeah, mostly just all original stuff,
Yeah.
which is cool. Yeah.
So when
Yeah.
you guys sit down and write,
Yeah.
like, or
It's kind of
how's that
like, you
work?
know, like we each have maybe sometimes like our singer Lucas, well he'll have like a little riff or like an idea of a song, and then same with Dan will do that too. Well, he'll have a little rhythm or like some kind of riff, and we'll build off that, or even I'll come up with like a certain little like a simple bass line, and we just kind of build off that,
Yeah.
and then our drummer just kind of works with that, you know. And that's like that's kind of what we've been doing for
Yeah.
a couple years now, yeah, which is
Huh.
crazy to think about. Yeah, it's wild.
So
Yeah.
then, do you all write the lyrics together then
Yeah,
too? Or
sometimes
is it
there's like a mixture of both of that, you know, or like song title. Like I'll like give a song title idea, but our singer will give like mostly like the lyrics, and he'll write that, or in there our guitarist Daniel will do that too. He'll have like because he might write a song at home and then present it to us and be like, hey, this is what I'm thinking about doing, and then we'll kind of build it from there.
Yeah.
Take some things away or add something, you know, stuff like that, which is it's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been trying not to play many shows right now, just to like, you know, kind of work on this album that we're trying to do. So
Yeah.
now I'm trying to do this music video, which would be fun. So yeah, keep it really silly and weird, you know,
Yeah.
which is cool. Yeah.
So where can we see the music video?
Oh, it'll probably be out probably in about we want to have it all done probably like middle of November. So
Okay.
it's gonna take some time to like we're gonna start filming here in the next couple weeks, and
Oh,
then
okay.
yeah, so like probably October we're gonna start filming it, and yeah, take it from there. And
Yeah.
it should be cool.
You putting it
Like,
up on YouTube?
It'll
Sort of
be
thing,
on YouTube,
or-
yeah, all
okay.
that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I want to
It'll be
keep an
like-
eye out
totally,
on this.
yeah. And it'll be like the production value will not be that much, but that's part of the fun, you know.
Yeah, but
It's
like all of your posts all the time,
Yeah.
like it's so creative.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. So it's like, why not keep that going, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, you don't need much money. You
It
need like
ties
a
into the vibe.
$40,000 music video budget, you
Yeah,
know? It's
yeah.
like, especially with phones and like all
Yeah.
that stuff today. It's like our good friend, he's like a videographer, and he's gonna do it for us. And it's like he has a good eye for that stuff. So
Yeah.
we're like, okay, let's try this out, you know?
Yeah. So are you going with like, because from my opinion or my look at it, there's like two different ways to do music videos. There's the like conceptual,
Right,
where
right.
it's mostly like band shots,
Yeah.
but it's like all of these weird,
Yeah, there's that
kind
thing.
of things,
Yeah,
or something
like
that's
a
real story.
I think
yeah.
we're kind of honestly gonna like blend both of those together.
Okay,
Kind of like a
okay.
storyline with like kind of ending with us just like weird cuts and whatnot. And
Yeah.
like, cause I like Super 8 film, like
Yeah.
those old. I've been looking at getting one of those, and like
Oh, yeah?
I found a line on it, but then I'm realizing that it's also like getting that film process is like very expensive, and nobody's doing that anymore. And I have a good buddy. It's called the Film Bodega, and it's down in Bloomfield, but he does a lot of like cameras, like 35 millimeter stuff, and he's
Yeah.
been telling me it's like that those 8 millimeter that Super 8 stuff is just like so hard to nobody's processing that at all,
Yeah.
which is like, you know,
I'm
that's
surprised
fine.
people are still making the celluloid.
I know, really, definitely. You know, it's like that stuff is like, I know, it's like it's hard to find initially to
Yeah.
begin with, you
Yeah.
know.
Well, yeah, film was always expensive.
Yeah,
anyhow.
yeah, exactly. And it's like now it's even more expensive, and it's like a roll of film is $15 to $20, and then to get it developed is $15 to $20. So it's
Yeah.
like that's like people like I'll have my film camera and I'll take a picture of somebody, and people are like, hey, can we get another one of those? I'm like, nah. Sorry, that was like $3 a photo right there.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I don't think we could do this. You know, which is
but I
people
don't-
just don't understand. You know,
Yeah.
and that's okay. You know, it's
I think
like-
that's something that like younger generations aren't getting right now is like the media. Like you can take video all the time.
Yeah,
you can
exactly.
take pictures all the time.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Back in the day,
oh man,
like I got yelled at for like you know the trick of smacking the camera.
Oh
so it
yeah,
gets like
yeah,
a double exposure.
exactly.
It slides the film through.
Right.
And you get those disposable cameras for like a field trip.
Oh yeah.
And you're taking pictures, and you're like, oh look what I can
empty.
do.
Exactly.
And then you get yelled at.
Back.
You're wasting
double,
film.
Exactly right. But he's like, no, not really. It's just double exposing it, you know.
Yeah.
And that's like, yeah, it's like I saw this once. It was like this one statistic. It was like how many pictures were taken 100 years ago, like in like say the mid 1920s.
Oh yeah.
And it might have been like 100 to 200 photos a day, and now it's like 100 to 200 billion or so. It's like the numbers because like you know with our phones now, but it's like the volume of photography now is just like it's just astronomically more, you know.
Yeah.
It gets crazy to think about, you know. Or it's like the late 1800s with like the flash on the big boom thing,
and you have to stand there all
and like the exposure is like 40 seconds long and nobody can move.
Hold your pose.
Exactly. It's like that was. I mean, it's wild. Like that's one tech thing that's kind of it's changed so much, and that's I think we're kind of going back to like film because it's just so much more of like a. It looks more real, and it's like I don't know, more of like it's a real tangible thing compared to just like digital photography, you know.
Well, you're a vinyl guy, right?
I'm a vinyl guy, yeah. So it's like records are where it's at.
Living your analog life.
Exactly. Oh, that's all I know. Still smoking real cigarettes.
It's tear the leaf off. The vine,
exactly.
Wrap it up, and
like, yeah, here you go.
Smoke
on that, you know. That's what I've been doing. It's like, yeah, but it's like that's a real thing, though. You know, it's like more film. I think we got to do, but it's a thing. It's just more expensive. But it's fine. It's like it has such a neat look to it compared to what our phones are doing. But I'm not thinking. I mean, look, your phone's filming us right now.
It's working.
It's working, right? And it's like that's amazing. Like think about like what our phones do today. Like how many things we would need 20 years ago.
Yeah.
It would like fill this whole table, you know, calculator and
old school Garmin
GPS, like you know, well, I say calculator, but tape measure.
Yeah.
You can have a tape measure app, or it's like, you know, it's like a boombox, all that stuff. It's just like now that all fits in our pocket, which is like good and bad, I would say, you know.
Yeah. I'm most curious to see how all of this AI integration changes our media, entertainment, art, sort of thing.
I remember like those videos of Will Smith eating spaghetti when AI first came out, and like how bad it looked, and like that was like not even 5 years ago, and now it looks like it's actually him.
Yeah.
So what's another 5 years from now? It's like all the deep fakes out there. Like what is that going to mean? You know.
And I wonder if will this actually open up opportunities for people to be more creative?
Yeah.
Is it like adding more paints to the palette?
Yeah, exactly.
Or is
it
like too many paints for the palette?
Is it just like washing it all out? That's a good question. I think it's more washing it all out for now.
Yeah.
But it could change. I mean, maybe things we're going to have to revert back to stuff that's not like that. I mean, my roommate just like got a flip phone in the mail coming, and he's like, I'm just tired of all the...
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't blame you, man. You know, but it's like, it's also like, he's a DJ too, and it's like a lot of the stuff he does online, but that's how you like... Instagram, it's good and bad. Like, I walked away from Instagram for a little bit, and it was just like, well, I need this to like actually like
promote.
Yeah, and it's like without seeming like self-indulged, you know, it's like it's a lot, you know, it's crazy. But it's like we need to do that. That's just how everybody. Not many people are printing flyers anymore.
Yeah.
And like stapling them like telephone poles. It's all digital stuff.
Street crew.
Or, exactly. Or like nobody's like passing them out at other events. You know, you don't see that often.
Yeah.
It's like all behind us now.
So, but I bet you if people if somebody started doing it,
it would be a bigger hit.
Novelty.
Exactly.
Like, wow, this guy's actually handing out flyers.
Exactly.
This
Instead
is so
of like
retro.
scrolling and like liking. How many times like you'll post something for an event and like people will just like it, and you're like, okay, well if somebody likes it, maybe they'll be coming here, and then they're just like liking it just to like, and they scroll past it and forget. But if somebody has a flyer and like they put on their fridge, that might be like actual. They might remember.
The daily reminder, there it is.
Exactly. Like, oh yeah, that's happening tonight. Oh, that's right. Or like this happening in 4 or 5 days. I'll put on my calendar instead of like scrolling through something and then be like, oh, it's gone.
Yeah.
How many miles have we scrolled with our thumbs? It's like here to the moon and back.
Yeah.
If not more, you know? It's crazy.
Just
like all the way. Exactly. That's like, I want to have a discussion of like, go around asking people, what would the world be like if humanity didn't have thumbs? It would be we'd have to go back like 300 to 400 years, you know? instantly.
I feel like that's a video segment sort of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
We
It's
should do that.
it's like here. How do I have to drink this without a thumb? It's like thumbs. We need our thumbs as we scroll away on them.
As you try to drink.
It's like imagine delivering packages at FedEx without thumbs.
Impossible.
Impossible.
Oh,
Impossible.
that'd be terrible.
Gosh, that job was crazy, man.
Yeah. So you when you went to LA when you were younger, what
Yeah.
was the hope of it?
Honestly, just to see a bunch of music. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was really doing then. I just wanted to go move. Just wanted like a culture shock because I was
Okay.
I turned. I think I was like 20 and 21 out there. So I like moved out there. When I was like 19.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was a culture shock for sure.
Had
yeah.
you always wanted to do music stuff?
Yeah,
Is
I
that
mean,
what
with
you
music,
thought?
I always loved music. Yeah, and it's like I always was doing music stuff, but there was no intention like I'm gonna go out there and start a band.
Okay.
You know, it was more just like I want to see these bands. I want to be in a different city, and
Yeah.
like I was chasing the nice weather, and it's like, yeah, that's what I did. You know, and then like did a bunch of crazy random drugs that got out of my system at that young age. Nothing too bad, but enough to be like, okay, this is like that's a whole scene here, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like it's just like yeah.
Huh.
I mean, I do love California, but it's just so expensive and unsustainable. It's like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, but man, like took that train up the PC, I don't know what is that? I mean, there's a PCH, the Pacific Highway,
Yeah.
Pacific Coast Highway, which I'm assuming that train kind of goes alongside of it.
It does, yeah. for
Right,
most
and
of it.
it's like that's just
For a good bit of it.
that's so beautiful out
It is
there.
beautiful.
I say California is like the last thing the white man touched. And it's true. It's like they got all the way there and said they couldn't go anymore, you know? But it's like, yeah.
Have you ever been to Seattle?
I've been to Seattle for like a day. So
Okay.
I have like nothing. My opinion doesn't really count. I need to
Yeah.
go back up there.
You can still get vibes.
Totally. It was cool, but it was also like, it was like, it's kind of like the tail end of COVID. So it's like, I didn't really get to experience much of it,
Yeah.
But did you go up to like British Columbia at all?
No.
Yeah.
Not across the border.
Yeah, because like they have that's like the world's only, North America's only rainforest, which is like up near like Vancouver and British Columbia, and like west is up on the water up there, which is like
Yeah.
it's beautiful up
Well,
there.
there is part of it in
Seattle, in like Washington too, right? Yeah,
the
yeah.
Hoh,
The Hoh, exactly.
Hoh
That's what I'm
rainforest.
talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did go through on a hike through there.
Yeah,
I was it was raining.
like Jurassic
it was
Park.
wet.
Yeah, seriously, it's cool.
I also got I started hiking, and at some point, you start getting those rumblies in the stomach.
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, damn it.
I better
just
turn
walked a mile
around.
in.
Exactly.
Now I
I
gotta
gotta turn around.
walk a
Exactly.
mile out.
So yeah, it's like you don't want to be pooping in there with some leaves in there,
No.
Exactly. It's like, but it's so beautiful up
It
there.
is.
The Pacific
It's
Northwest
crazy.
is crazy.
Because you got that down at the bottom.
Yep.
And then you have Mount Olympia.
Yeah, Olympia. Yeah.
Olympia.
And Mount Rainier is in that's south.
Yeah.
That's like yeah.
Well, that's crazy too. So I went up in the Space Needle, right?
Oh yeah.
And there are other places in Seattle you can see it, but
Yeah.
in Space Needle, it really comes into focus. You can see Mount Rainier
Yeah, I believe
from
it.
Seattle.
Wow.
And
That's
it's like
crazy.
150
Yeah, it's like
miles away, I
southern.
think.
It's southern Washington, right? Or is it in
Yeah.
Oregon? Yeah, it's
No,
like
it's
southern.
southern,
It's like southern. Yeah,
But
it's like
it's,
central southern
It's
Washington.
massive.
Massive.
Even from that far away.
Oh,
It
yeah.
just sticks up there. And you're
Totally.
like, wow, there's a
totally.
mountain.
Yep. And like the Ring of Fire is like, they've had some earthquakes around Mount Rainier and like
Mm-hmm.
Mount Olympus. And it's like, that earthquake in Russia and
Mm-hmm.
Alaska. It's like, it's starting to spark up a little bit, which
Yeah.
is scary, And it's like,
The
now we have
world's-
that comet coming. What is it? 3I Atlas. Have you heard of that?
No.
Yeah. It's like this comet that they don't know. It's like, it doesn't. It's trajecting like not a normal comet. And like some are
Okay.
speculating that it's like an artificial like alien comet. Yeah, and it's like it was when we were sending like sounds and communications into space like for the past X amount of years.
Mm-hmm.
It's like coming on that line back in like it's like there's a whole talk of like scientists right now. They're
We
like
reached
where
somebody.
yeah, and they're
Now
like
they're
it's coming this
for
way,
us.
and it's like we've never seen something like it's not like Halley's Comet because it's like moving on its own and whatnot, and it's
Yeah.
like changing colors. It's like yeah, that's kind of weird, isn't
That's
it?
interesting.
It's interesting, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. 3I Atlas, it's called, yeah. But it's like, yeah, I mean, how much can you buy into that?
I don't know.
That's how I look at it. I'm like, sure, I believe it, but it's also like, I don't know. I don't know what, it's like, how much can we trust NASA too? It's
That's
like,
true, too.
I don't know.
I always keep my mind open to,
Me too. I'm the same way.
I don't know
Yeah.
everything.
Totally.
So-
That's like, I got an argument with my girlfriend about the dinosaurs. I'm like,
Oh, yeah? What was
yeah,
this?
it's that like, I think maybe part of it was the dinosaurs weren't really real, and that's like it was all for like is all this like to make oil seem way less as a fossil fuel is so finite, but in reality it's like it's just so abundant, and that's how they make it like so like so expensive. And like the whole thing is like all the dinosaurs started being discovered at like the same time, and like archaeologists were finding it. And I'm like, part of that's insane to think about. It's like we didn't have the technology that we did hundreds of years before that, but it's also like how they were just like all spawning up at the same time. It's like, are dinosaurs real? It's like, I don't know. I would like to think so, but it makes you think like, she got mad at me for saying that. Yeah. She asked me if I took the red pill. I'm like, no, I took both.
Hey, it's not my fault that I see the Matrix falling apart around me.
Exactly. It's like, can you just think for a second that maybe dinosaurs aren't real instead of just being like, yeah, we were, I mean, I love Jurassic Park. Like, let's do that.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park.
That's crazy.
I know, right? Let's find some amber.
Yeah.
There's some amber here in Ambridge. We'll start it. We can start
our little Jurassic Park.
Have you ever read that book? Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
That's like the movies are always worse than the books, I feel. But like even that movie was great though, but they just went into like how the dinosaurs were made so much more in depth than the movie was, which is like understandable.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. Are you a Harry Potter fan?
Nah, I can't. Yeah.
Like
I've tried.
Hard pass.
Do you remember like Lemony Snicket, the series? See, I read like all of those. Yeah.
See, I never read those, but I watched the series on Netflix.
Yeah, I haven't seen that, but yeah, it's like the Harry Potter stuff, like I don't know, like Wizard stuff's a little too like I like Star Wars, but like I don't know, the Wizard stuff's just like not, it's like a little too out of reach for me, so it's just like didn't seem like, I just couldn't relate to it, so that's probably why when I was like 10, I didn't really like it, you know, but yeah.
So you're more of a science guy.
I'm more of a science guy. Yeah, science and geography, that kind of stuff.
So then, if you're a science guy, do you like Star Trek?
Honestly, not really, but I haven't been exposed enough to Star Trek. I feel, yeah. So it's like
because I've always had conversations with people when they say it's either Star Wars or Star Trek, and I'm like, no, you can like them both.
Just two different things. Yeah, exactly.
Star Wars is science fiction.
Yeah.
And Star Trek is science fiction.
That makes sense. Yeah.
That's how I've always thought.
Because it's like they had Star Trek was like it was in the future, right? When like Star Wars was in the past, supposedly.
Yeah, according to the
but it's like it's all futuristic, but it's in the past. So it's
a long time ago in a galaxy
far away, and you're like, okay, what parallel universe are we in here? But it's like, did you see? Were those new Star Trek movies? Did you like them? Or were they
the ones with Chris Pine?
Chris Pine and like what's the
Carl Urban?
Yeah, what's the guy? He's from Pittsburgh.
Zachary Quinto.
Zachary Quinto. Yeah. I have a good friend. His mom used to babysit him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then he was like a Klingon, or what was his he was
a Vulcan.
A Vulcan. Yeah.
And he was also in Heroes, right?
Yeah, he's had a lot of success. Yeah.
I actually
from Pittsburgh. Yeah.
I sent so the feature I was telling you about. Yeah. I'm gonna do my own shameless plug.
Oh, you should do it.
It's called Doppelganger.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
It's not out anywhere. But currently, I'm working on trying to get it out. But when I was first trying to do it, I was trying to find investment money.
Okay.
And I was trying to stay in Pittsburgh.
I see, yeah.
And I actually sent a script to Zachary Quinto's mom.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
I didn't hear anything from it.
But you sent it to,
I was like, hey, here's a Pittsburgh guy looking to do Pittsburgh stuff.
Right. And I think, I think he grew up in like Keystone Oaks School District, like Dormont area, or like down in there. Yeah, which is cool. Yeah, I mean, he's probably the biggest actor recently that has come out of Pittsburgh compared to like Michael Keaton and like
Jeff
Goldblum. Yeah.
Speaking
Talking
of
about Jurassic Park, exactly. Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, but yeah. Oh man, those movies are 35 years old. I'm 93, so yeah. Wow, over 30. Yeah.
We're getting old, man.
We're getting old.
It happens.
You're 40. So
you're
born.
Thanks.
You're born in 85.
Yep.
Wow.
The year that Doc Brown and
they went
back in time.
Exactly. you ever see Knocked Up?
Yeah.
That movie's so great when they're sitting there. They're talking about like going back in time and like he's like the wife's like, oh, you guys should go back in time and see you go back in time and fuck each other. It's like, who needs a time machine for that? That movie's amazing.
Yeah.
That comedy, a lot of that comedy would not fly anymore.
Yeah.
Which is kind of, and that was only like the late 2000s, so it says a lot.
Oh, stuff has really changed.
I don't know, so much,
Yeah, I'm a big fan of, I'm a big fan of Psych.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
TV show.
Yeah.
And I've been
I've
rewatching
heard
some
of
of
that.
those here and there. And there's
Yeah.
every once in a while I watch an episode and I go, I might not sit with people
Yeah,
today.
or
Or
like-
is it a certain group of people?
I don't know. I'd say I don't know. But it's like that Black Mirror show. Do you watch that at all?
No.
That show's pretty cool. I
heard
don't.
about
I don't
it.
really watch any TV though, so
No?
I'm kind of in the dark with that
Yeah.
stuff, which is okay. But it's like, yeah, I should probably. People ask me, "Have you seen this movie?" I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
And
Baby.
if you don't like it,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, there's some people that don't like watching movies or TV.
Yeah,
you
and
know.
it's like that's just kind of. I mean, I have nothing against people that do, but it's like I don't know. I just like maybe I just can't sit still that long too. You know, I get a little anxious. You know, which is fine.
This podcast's already making it
no,
like, oh, man, I wanna
this is
go, I wanna
fun.
go.
Yeah, I can talk, but like sitting and watching, I'm like, I don't know about that.
Do
You know,
you talk during movies?
I try not. That's why. Then I just leave. Just get up and walk away. You know.
Oh, being a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
I remember in high school going to see Attack of the Clones.
Okay. Yeah.
And there are times
That's the
whenever
second one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are times though whenever like going and seeing something premiere in a theater with a bunch of fans
Right.
is well worth it.
Right.
That was one of them.
Yeah.
There's a group of me and some guys. We skipped school.
Yeah.
Drove up to Altoona.
Okay.
in
Yeah,
my
good bet.
cool
Solid.
little Buick Skylark.
Yeah. And like saw that.
And
You
we
know.
saw it.
Yeah.
And it got to, there were all these rumors of what was going to happen.
Yeah.
And it got to the scene where Yoda pulls out the lightsaber to
Yeah.
fight
Right.
Dooku.
Right.
People were like
just
getting up,
cheering,
jumping, clapping. Like
That was like when Anakin lost his arm in that moment, right? Yeah.
So that was one of those instances. It's like that was worth seeing. It
Totally,
with a
that's
group.
cool. Yeah. And that was like, you know, I think those prequels were pretty good, honestly. A lot of people don't like them, but I thought it like explained like that. It explained how everything went south so well compared to like, you know, the originals are probably the best, but I don't know. I thought they were great.
Yeah,
You know? It was cool. And now these newer movies I haven't seen, like, they're not good.
They're not missing much.
They're not. That's Disney's ruined it, huh? Which is sad.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm trying to keep it focused on you, because
Okay,
otherwise you can get me on a soapbox about some of these things.
Yeah, well, it's just like I think Disney's ruining everything, you know. which is, like,
creativity in
great.
Hollywood.
It's just like it's all going downhill.
And we were talking about Jurgles being,
Yeah.
what was the phrase again?
The middle school dance at D4Cs. It's just like I like men and women on each side, and like you talk. It's like they forget how to talk to the opposite sex after being married for 30 years.
I hope no one from Jurgles listens to this and gets.
I hope they do. Exactly.
Well, yeah. On the flip side, because when you were talking about that got me sparked about stuff too. You were saying about the culture in LA and the culture in New York, and how some of the money started going to Austin. I've always thought and felt that Pittsburgh is full of very creative, very talented people.
Right. Yeah. Totally.
But you always have to leave here
to
do anything in the
makes
industry.
sense. Yeah,
There's no business
There's no
here.
business in that. Exactly.
And what businesses there are,
right.
they're looking to screw you.
Exactly. And it's like even now they're filming more stuff here in Pittsburgh, but it's like I don't know. I feel like there's like a glass ceiling of a lot of stuff with that. You know, it's like
Well, when then they come in and film, and then they leave.
Exactly.
So there aren't any permanent jobs with it.
They're just like sending that back to Southern California to get edited and whatnot. It's
And
like,
they, when they come into town, they hire extras.
Exactly.
They hire PAs.
Right.
They don't hire a huge amount of other crew from here.
Totally. And like I have some friends that are like what they call them, like grip guys that like build sets and stuff, and like they're like it's a good job, but a lot of them are like they'll work here for 6 to 8 months and then like there'll be a drought of like work and they have to go.
They have to leave,
Yeah, I have a good friend. He moved here from London and then got into that world. He didn't move here for that, but he got into that world. And then they're like, you got to go back. You got to go out west. You know, so it's
back to London.
Back to London, exactly. And he's been in LA now like almost 2 years, and he's been like loving it. He's gotten the union there doing like building sets or whatnot. But it's like it's here. It's just like It's just too small.
Yeah, but we can get something.
I know.
I feel like we can get something going.
I know. It's just like I don't know. It's like Pittsburgh's amazing. It's just like a small town and city clothing. I feel sometimes. It's like you're always a corner away from an Eskimo brother or sister. Which is like that's so real here. Well, it's like that's what I do love about it, because if you're a good person, you do well in Pittsburgh. But if not, you get kind of ran out. It's like if you were doing, in New York, you could just like jump friend groups and nobody would know that you're just like a piece of shit, But it's like here, it's like that word. It's like you gotta. It's like if you're any form of any kind of public figure, you gotta be like you gotta just be cool and be
Not
be
be an
nice,
asshole.
not be an asshole. But New York or LA, you can get away with that because there's 5 to 10 million more people there, which is just like how it is, which is whatever. But that's what makes Pittsburgh great too, and affordable, you know. And it's like, And
That
I can see
part's nice.
Pittsburgh becoming like a natural disaster refuge, because it's like we have a lot of water here, and it's like the soil's rich and
surrounding
and
land.
the mountains and everything. I mean,
Yeah.
they're not really mountains, but they're like they're highlands,
But you can grow stuff on them.
You can grow exactly, and it's like it's from coast stuff with like all these. I don't know. Coasts they're eroding away, and like I mean, South Florida is like sinking. It's like everywhere's sinking. It's like Pittsburgh will always be here in that regard. So that's why I think we should keep our houses. Like I don't plan on selling my house.
Yeah, I don't know if I do either.
Yeah.
Even if I were to relocate for a little bit,
yeah,
I would still want to have this to come back to.
Totally. Like a forever storage unit. That's how I look at my house. I hate moving too. Like,
yeah, I'm with you on that.
Moving is the worst.
I love Ambridge.
Like,
when
it's
I first
cool.
moved in here, I didn't know much about it.
Right. Yeah.
And since I've been here, they've really been working on, redoing Merchant Streets.
Yeah. Right.
And
I
breweries and some more restaurants and coffee shops.
The year you moved here was probably like since with COVID and everything ending, it's like they've really tried to like resurge like any form of like a community.
Yeah.
When before it was not like that, and it was bad,
And it's there's still some older people, but there's younger people or newer people moving in, and I think because it has like the blue collar roots, it can stay pretty true.
Right.
And it's also very diverse.
Yeah.
Very
right.
diverse.
Yeah, for sure, which is cool. And that's especially in like coming all the way up here out of the city, there's not much diversity besides like Ambridge or because like my dad lives in Beaver, which is like half hour north of here, and it's just like so quaint and like dry. White. It's a dry town and just so Caucasian.
And white.
Exactly, the caucasity is unbelievable.
The caucasity.
And it's like you can't even drink there. I mean, I'm not a big booze guy, but it's like you got to drive a mile to get out to be able to go to a bar or something, and like down in Bridgewater they call it, and it's just like okay, that doesn't like. That's not good for you. Got to drive. You got to drive somewhere to drink, and then you have to drive home. It's like that's not smart. It's like I don't know.
Well, and I think Ambridge, and there's other places in Pittsburgh as well. I don't know them as well, but is that I think some of the revitalization has come from breweries.
Right.
Because it's not the typical bar.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
American society has this concept of
breweries
a bar
are
being a bad thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, breweries are different. They're family, like you said over at the one in Bloomfield.
The
Iron
Trace.
Trace.
Trace, yeah.
Trace having that thing.
Oh, yeah,
and it's
like
open
it's
everybody.
Very,
and it's like a community thing.
Totally. And like they have all kind of events there. It's probably the most eclectic like brewery in the city. And there's so many breweries now. Like this renaissance of beer that we've experienced since COVID. And it's like man, opening a brewery is not a bad idea all of a sudden. Because I mean, because I worked at Southern Tier before working at FedEx.
Oh yeah. Down there on the North Shore.
In the North Shore, and it's like just like the price points of their beers, and like they brew a beer there, it costs them like 4 cents to make, and then they sell it for like $7.
Yeah.
It's like that. What else can you get? What other things have a price
and they're willing to pay it.
Yeah, and just like I don't know, and it's not even like to people that's not money. $7 for beer, that's like reasonable, and that's normal. But like when your profit margin is like. Jesus, what is that, like 1,000% almost?
Oh, yeah. Same thing with alcohol.
Totally. Like that's crazy. And like they don't even need a liquor license. Most breweries have these like they're allowed to carry like PA liquors.
Yes.
Which is like
the brewer license allows you to have
PA stuff. like liquor.
Yep.
And like they just have to close by like 10 or 11. No, you can't be open until 2 a.m. But that's also like whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like they're making so much money. That's like, have you ever been to Grist House in Millville? That's a big brewery down there too. And like they've like all these breweries are just like expanding and like building more when like half of America's businesses are closing down. It says so much that it's like the beer market might be where it's at.
We're in the roaring 20s all over again.
Can you feel it? Like then we know what comes next, right?
I know.
It's like inflation is killing everybody.
And then it plummets. Get ready for soup kitchens.
Keep ready to print, or let's just keep printing money. It's
that'll work.
Why not? It's been working this long.
Pitch out the pennies, print more dollars.
And it's exactly like just like make it worse, and it's like we're seeing that. It's crazy. What do we do?
I don't know.
Buy some land?
Well, start a commune.
Exactly.
You said Pittsburgh's going to be like this fortress. We should put a fortress around Pittsburgh.
Exactly.
Like Hadrian's Wall. It just stretches through the woods of PA.
When they built Fort Duquesne, you ever hear the story like where the North Shore is, where like the stadiums are, like the Native Americans still like owned, or they like they had all that land still, and like they would send over the white guys across the river, and like the Native Americans would just like put their heads on sticks.
Oh yeah.
And like that lasted for like 20, 30 years before like they took over the Native Americans, which is like good for them for just like, they were here, exactly, like they were here first and they're forever, but it's like, man, I was like, little do you know how like convoluted that the point was for years and years, you know, it's scary.
Yeah.
Like, don't take people's stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, we as Americans are good at that.
We're good at that. How are we doing on time? Oh, we've been killing it.
I was gonna say, yeah, we're probably close to wrapping up here.
I know.
Well, so I didn't get to send you the different like starter questions.
Yes.
Thus far, I haven't really used them too much with people because we just get to talking about stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, like you and I bounced all around, which is great because
that's what you want, right?
That's
exactly.
how my mind
that's
works
how it should be. You know, it's awesome.
But I do always if there is some sort of bend to this, like I always want to hear people's stories and like what they've gone through or how they've gotten to where they are, and I want like a message of hope to people.
Yeah.
Because I myself, suffer from.
Yeah.
I'm not diagnosed as such, but there's probably depression.
Yeah. I mean, totally.
And you and I have talked about these
absolutely.
Sort of
We've all experienced that.
and
totally.
So with everybody, it's always interesting to hear what their little like quote of hope or inspiration is, and how that like affects them or what they
totally.
How they think about
Exactly.
So I know I'm putting you on the spot.
No, that's good. I like thinking that when I'm doing stuff I don't want to do, it's like if it was easy, everybody would do it, but that's kind of lame. I just know that our standard of living is so amazing right now. The fact that we can like have running water. And that's like a double-edged thing because it's like our standard of living is so well. That's maybe why like socially we can beat ourselves up with like depression because like we don't have to worry about like where our food's coming from. But it's also like we're so lucky to be able to like turn on a light and have electricity. But it's also like for some reason we're also very lucky to even be alive in this moment to begin with. You know, and it's like a lot of people don't have that opportunity to. It's tough because it's like, especially with the status quo of America, it's like some people, it's like all my high school friends are very successful, and it's like sometimes I compare myself to them. I think comparison is like that's definitely like that'll make anybody not feel good about themselves.
It's the thief of joy.
Exactly, and it's like consistency is key, and we just got to be grateful, even in the smallest things, But it's like yeah, that's a great question. It's like it's there's always something. I just feel the odds of being alive are so crazy that we just have to embrace it, But it's also like, I mean, it's like I'm not suicidal, but man, I would. There's sometimes where I've had suicidal thoughts because life is so tough. But it's like in reality, it's like you step away from it. It's like it's not that tough. But it's like we let ourselves think that it's hard, and which part of it is, especially in today's world where it's like, I mean, even since I've known you, like in the 5 years, like a loaf of bread is now 4 times as much, and that's like making people struggle like so hard, and it's like I feel like it's people are struggling so much and not admitting it, and I feel like that's part of the problem too. Is like people are afraid to talk about like, hey, this is not easy. Like life is hard right now, and it's like that makes things a lot harder, which it is. Like, like our grandparents, like we could say somebody's grandpa was a shoe cobbler and they could buy a house and have their wife stay at home and like buy a new car and and like raise 3 children. And today it's like, everybody's grinding so hard, and that makes it hard. But I think the biggest thing is that we gotta, how do you stay grateful,
Yeah.
That's a question we have to ask ourselves.
That's a good one.
Which is maybe just getting outside, maybe it's just breaking up the norm, It's like that trip to California. Like traveling is so important, but it's like traveling also is very expensive. But it's like we got to be able to see all that. You got to see as much as you can, I guess,
Yeah.
God, it's hard.
Catching up with friends.
Catch up with friends. It's like we need each other so much,
Yeah.
And it's like, and can't get wrapped up in substances, It's like how many people we know that are taking, Zoloft or Prozac just to stay afloat, and it's like, I'm worried that people are just so numb to everything that they're not like feeling anything at all, which is scary, But it's like, imagine if like, I ask people like, imagine if the power went out for 2 weeks. That's one thing, but imagine if people couldn't get their prescriptions for a month. That's chaotic to think about. Like there'd be a lot of death and destabilization. Yeah, that would be scary, you know?
Yeah.
But we got to be hopeful because it's like, you know, it's not death I'm afraid of, it's living that's treacherous. And it's like, no, I don't want to die, but it's like, I just got to outlive my parents, I feel.
There's your quote.
Like that's my
There's
moment. That's my quote. Yeah, it's like, just if we just live out your parents. And it's like, I feel like this is the hardest thing we got to do, which is living. And that's like not even, there's so much joy in that too. But yeah, it is hard, but it's like, just say your girlfriend's not a bitch and like, you know. No, my girlfriend's not a bitch, but you know. Disclaimer. Exactly. It's like, just be grateful and be kind to people.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by today. There's always a seat at the kitchen table and another story to tell. If you have a story to tell, I'd love to hear from you. Please send me a message. And also subscribe to the channel to look for more episodes, anecdotes, and information. Talk to you next time and have a great day.